Yeah, hello everyone, good evening. Thank you for joining this session. Jones here from Builder Systems. So today's session will be handled down by Mr. Mani on AI part. He's our mentor who's handling up the training on generative AI and agentic AI. So I request everyone to please attend the session throughout. At the end, we'll have a special Q&A to clarify your queries as well. So without any further delay, I'm handing it over to Mani. Please take care.
Thank you so much, Jones. Hello, everyone. Good evening. So, hope you have a good day today. Yeah. Yeah. So, welcome you all once for this session. So, I'm sharing my screen. So, hope you are able to see my screen. So, before we go to the actual session, can you all let me know who and all have already used at least you have used ChatGPT or Gemini or Cloud or whatever it is. So have you anyone used ChatGPT and things today from the morning? So let's have a kind of an interactive session. Okay, the queries we will be answering it at the end, and um, yeah. So Monica has replied yes, right? Yeah, like any other people, please. Okay, like Surendranath and Pavitra and Asika. Yeah. So more than 50% of the people have already used ChatGPT at least for today. So it's already part of our day, right? So that is the reason we all are gathered here to learn about AI and how the potential AI is bringing to everyone lives and every to each and every corporates and the projects and all. Okay. So before we start the actual session, so here is our agenda for today. So we are going to discuss about each topic. So we'll discuss detailing into each topic. Okay. So before we go to the first topic, so why do you think you know why AI matters today? So can you do the chat or you can unmute and speak also. So why do you think uh, AI matters today? Why it was not there like few years ago, past 2 to 3 years ago? Why it is not that much important, and now it is why that much important to simplify everyday task? Okay, Asi has replied. So can anyone reply for that?
It's evolving very fast.
Okay, very fast. Great. Thank you, Surendranath. So, so welcoming few other responses also. Ram Kumar, Pavitra, Muthu, Monica. Let's have some interactive session. So
Actually,
fast
it is
and simply.
providing,
Yeah, yes, Muthu.
yeah, it is providing predefined templates for whatever the queries we asked. So the time has been reduced if we use that. Uh,
Okay. It is reducing a time
yeah,
using predefined template. Okay.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, great point, Muthu.
In those days, we take long time to finish a work. For example, to building a HTML template or any other task. Now, in matter of few hours, we can finish the
Yeah,
even the entire small project.
yeah, yes, Pavitra. It's exactly one.
Mm,
And thank you, Pavitra. Thank you,
thank
Muthu.
you.
And I get some more responses in the chat also. One stop for gaining multiple insights on recent trends and to gain knowledge. Yeah, These are the wonderful responses from everyone. So I like Surendranath, have you tried to say something?
Yeah, nowadays, AI is there for a long time. It's not new, correct? So
Yeah,
now results are demonstrated now. So everyone can see the results, correct? And it's moving fast and results are there. So it's not a option anymore, actually. Earlier, people are thinking, okay, whether AI is useful or not, whether it will work or not. So now we see the results, correct?
yeah. Yeah, it's exactly one of the main points, Surendranath. Yeah, yes. So not as a individual, we also started seeing the results because we do the Google search previously, and we to get the relevant news or the feed, we navigate and see. But now with a matter of just typing in the Perplexity or ChatGPT, we get the information very faster. So the same way, like corporates and the companies also started feeling the benefits of AI. So that is the reason, like we are all here. The key trigger point is there. So that is the reason we are all here. So previously, if you see, after ChatGPT, before the ChatGPT, AI was there, but it was in a limited domains. Like uh, only it was there to predict some information in data engineering field, and some of the research predictive analytics parts will be there in research papers and all. So in particular domain only it was used AI. But after ChatGPT comes, and it that means that LLM comes, the transformer based architecture LLM comes. It started benefiting to all the people. Now even data engineers also started using LLMs to do the data engineering work. Even if many of people, hope you, some of the people are from non-IT or some of the people from IT. So you people also have started using coding agents. Like, can I know who are all started using coding agents? So if you people are in IT.
Yeah, I'm using Claude for coding and
Oh,
also anti-gravity.
oh, great, Pavitra.
Mm.
So cloud and anti-gravity, both you are using, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So this is for which, so you are, can I know,
yeah.
you are,
So I was working as a UI developer. Now currently I'm not working, but I'm using this for freelancing projects.
okay, Pavitra. Yeah, it's great to hear. And she has replied a block box A. Yeah, it's one of the greatest tool. Okay. So welcome everyone again who have joined later. Okay. So yeah, after LLM comes, like no, 4 to 5 years back, 4 years back, then now all the domains, like every domain is moving to AI because it actually each and every domain or the client started seeing the benefits, and they are able to do a task very faster by using the generative LLMs, and with a combination of predictive AI and generative LLMs. And due to that, a lot of workload got reduced to uh, to the company, to the individual. So so it is no making human free from creative thing and critical thinking. Okay. So it indirectly benefits the business. Previously I will explain the flow, few of the example flows, like where AI has given the particular benefits in that flow, so that you will be able to understand like how much benefit it has given to each and every industry. So that is going to be an industry based interesting story. So we'll come to we'll discuss in next few minutes. Right? So that is why. So before and after a like, so how we are going to compare like no three domains, majority domains we are going to compare, like what all the transformation has happened before AI and after this AI. Okay. So here is an example. Previously, like each developer writes the code manually, one line by line, and they do the Googling and the syntax for Stack Overflow, or they will go to that actual site. Like if they are a Python developer, they will go to that Python related website and pip sites, and they will see the syntax and they will write the code, and they do everything manually. Now the can anyone tell me like what is the work the developer are going to do in upcoming days?
Only the orchestration work. I think even now we can ask AI to deploy our code, maybe, but human intervention is required
Yeah,
for
yes, brother.
yeah, for CI/CD set and so committing and Git.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah,
other one thing is we have to judge whether the code
yes.
is better code or not.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So apart from that, no, developers and other people, they are going to interact with AI only, but AI is going to do the work. So we are going to be a speaker to a certain person. That person is a chatbot or a coding assistant. So like each and every professions are going to be changed as a essay writer. So now also you started feeling the changes in your projects. Uh, can I know like from non-IT background, who all is here? Just to clarify some more examples. No. Uma, can you tell me like you're from which domain?
I'm into the banking and the finance team. And can you hear me?
Or you can type it also here.
No, oh, can you hear me or it's not
Yeah, yeah.
audible?
Yeah, now
Okay,
I'm able to hear you. Yeah.
okay. So I've been into the banking and the finance team, and
Okay.
I'm like over 10 years before I was into IT, but right now into banking and finance, and I'm planning to switch over to IT.
It's a good, wonderful initiative. No? All the best.
Thank you.
So have you used any AI tool in your day-to-day work, Uma?
Uh, Not exactly. Okay, with day-to-day work, I've mostly used ChatGPT.
Uh,
That's the main AI which I've used, and sometimes because I do a freelancing work as well, where I take
okay.
up a few online classes.
Mhm.
So for that, I have Gemini, ChatGPT, and Cloud AI. These are the three ones which I have used. And
Okay.
recently, when I bought a new phone, I was little surprised. I was actually surprised. Maybe it's new to others. They are maybe they are used to it, but it was new to me. With respect to phone, because each brand of phone, say Oppo, Redmi, Samsung, everything had a AI on its own. And say when it was like to remove a particular object from a screen, that was literally very easy when I was using that particular AI. So from the
Mhm.
photo which was already taken, remove a particular item from it, and also it edits the image as if like the item wasn't there at all. So
Okay.
these were the places where I've used it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, great. So you already started using it, right? Yeah. So yeah, so if you see from my personal experience, no, so now we use I like no, there is so I hope you all know before I go to this one. So like no, I have been working in AI and the software industry like past 15 years, and for in AML and the generative and agentic AI related domains and the project I have worked with across multiple corporate companies and across multiple client project for past 7+ years, and I have been working with Credo for senior technical mentor like around 2 years. So basically, so when we do the development for AI, we use the AI to do the AI development. So that is how we do the prompting and we generate the code and we test it with using AI, and we push the code and we deploy the codes to cloud using AI only. So this is the revolution has happened in software development. So next thing is let's say banking. So previously, we have to submit the uh, documents, pay slips on Form 16 and whatever it is, the ask from the property documents if we are going to apply for home loan. But after A comes now, also we do it in certain format. But if you have seen some of the pre-approved loans from HDFC and ICICI are all they are all giving, right? So how they do, like with the help of improving, by implementing the AI system in their banking systems, right? So before now you get no 5 minutes, you get the personal loan of 10 lakhs or 20 lakhs. How it made it possible. So after the banking domain has started using AI because they predict based on your financial history and how much capable you are there to pay the EMI of your current loan. So based on that, they will already have run the algorithm on your existing data. So with that, they have set some certain limit like 10 lakhs and all. So as previously, there were a lot of things. KYC document, 3 to 5 days it will take to verify it, and we need to interact with customers and people from the banking officials. Now it's all with automated with the help of AI. The loan is getting approved within 2 to 5 minutes, and if everything goes good based on that pre data they have loaded. Okay, so that is the that so after A, you would see the difference between the development and the in the banking sector now. So there will be scams are reduced. The scams means previously no, we get the money debited from our account, then we have to complain. Now, if there is any anonymous amount is getting deducted, like more than 15,000, something like that, you usually take 5,000 or 10,000 from your ATM, but instantly now 50,000 is getting deducted from your ATM card or from our online transaction. Now you get a call for the confirmation, then only it is getting paid. So it's all because of the AI system they have implemented in their backend. So this is how like no industry is getting transformed. So next thing we can see it in a healthcare. Can I know like how many people are working in bank? Uma has mentioned like she's
Okay.
working in banking.
No,
And
no,
anyone from
I'm
healthcare?
into the health. I'm into the healthcare, and
Okay.
on that side, I'm on the banking and the finance team.
Oh, okay,
So
okay. Fine.
where when I say healthcare, it is like I was not in India for quite some time, so I was in
Okay.
abroad, and where for that company they send out nurses to homes,
Mhm.
to make sure that people l- ha don't spend a long time in the hospital. So for small needs, they need not come to the hospital, so nurses would be sent to their homes. So basically, nursing providers in the healthcare section. That's where I was working with.
Okay, okay. Then, yeah, it's like, so then have you observed any AI system, Uma, in your healthcare related works?
Uh, okay. To be very frank, maybe I have not noticed AI in particular, but
Uh-huh.
I have seen somewhere where data analytics was into use. Say, for a particular, I mean, like there are different types of programs where the clients opt in. So
Mhm.
just to get their data and to work on those sheets, I mean, like to work on their data, we have used data analytics, and so that time I have felt maybe there's an AI which would smoothen the work. So that's where I felt a AI would be needed. But I don't remember or I haven't seen in particular where AI is used.
Okay, okay, Uma, sure. Yeah. So let's take, thank you, Uma. So in your healthcare industry itself, let's take one of the interesting use case. Previously is unable to read the doctor's handwriting, right? But with the help of deep learning and you know and the Chennai Revolution, now it started understanding the doctor signatures as well. So whichever the history, like no, they would have done that in the paper and pen, right? So if they want to, like no, lot of companies are started using GenAI for this to read the doctor's handwriting and just make those datas into one systemized data. So using that, doctorates and or clinical pathology domain or there are some research people are there in the healthcare to identify a new drug combinations and all. So they use already written doctor's observation, they extract it and they use it for the clinical research purpose. And previously, that radiology scan reviewed by one person, but it's all like AI is doing that interpretation of the results. So why I'm telling now you see software development, how much impact it made because last 2 days I have been working in a task and that task could have taken more than 2 months if I didn't get a tool of GitHub Copilot or the Cloud Code. So now the 2 months work I have done it in 2 days. So the similar way that is the it is happening in software development industry and the banking you have seen like how much time it would have saved that loan processing like no from days to minutes. Now it's in a healthcare. So it reduces the errors of the EHR data. That means medical data of a particular patient. So this is how this is the top three domain I have taken it. Like what are the AI like has made aggressive transformation to each and every domain. Right? So let's talk about a market demand and job opportunity. Mm. So we some of the videos or the some of the discussion went in the social media like in news and all. AI is going to take over the job of many people. So do you think that is real? Can anyone of you tell me?
Yeah, definitely it is going to take out the jobs, Manikanda. Because you said multiple times, and many other people said multiple times earlier, you're doing a job, no,
Yeah.
7 days, and now you're doing one day, correct? So then
Yeah.
what do you do with the no amount of time that you gain? Here, you either you create more business or you do the same business with less people, correct?
Yeah.
So that's the key. So definitely, but I'm not saying all jobs are taken away, but definitely, whatever the amount of time you gain, then how do you convert that into your money? Either you reduce the headcount or maybe you do more work, correct?
Yeah.
Mm.
Right. So, however, yes, Surendra, you are exactly right, and but it creates the opportunities as well. So previously, if you go and see each IT company's career site, if you go and visit the career site, you would not you'd have heard about a engineer and machine learning engineer and deep learning engineer. So these are the openings. But if you go and see, let's take TCS or Infosys or from any top corporates, they have. If you go and search simply and see, there is such a job opportunity for Gen AI in each and every companies. So that however it is going to be taken, uh, you know there will be a job reduction in some of the field, but it is creating more opportunity in the newer roles. But earlier, this kind of role itself was not there, like Gen AI engineer or LLM engineer, Gen AI lead. But now it started seeing in all the service based and IT companies. So if you see the economy for it's not a it's it's clearly stated from McKinsey. If you would have known about McKinsey company, like what they do and all. So these are the survey report they have given at. So it is in the past few years, a annual contribution to banking domain alone, it is $340 billion. So now you think like, people are since it is, you know, taking it is reducing the completing a task or the one of the flow from days to minutes, then all the companies all the corporates are investing to do something in AI and to ease their work, right? So for that, with that reason only, that there are a lot of demands are getting created relevant to a generative AI. Okay, so this is for banking, and 88% of organizations started using AI at least in one function. Earlier, you would have known, like, no, during let's take one of the small example, real-time example we would have faced it. So previously, you would have heard about some of the jobs will be there in office only. Some of the IT jobs or most of the IT jobs in office only. Due to that, security ODC will be there, and security agreement they have signed with a client. But after COVID comes, what they have done at no, there is no security ODC. We are all started working from home, and that is a kind of situation that COVID has created for us. Why I'm like no quoting that one here is so uh, that kind of benefit generative AI is going to give it to each and every domain. So now when ChatGPT introduced, you would have heard like we should not use our data, like corporate itself. You would have heard like we should not use ChatGPT inside our companies and all. But now everyone started using it. So that kind of benefits that started giving it here. So that is the reason each and every industry has started moving towards that. So next thing is, can I know like any from your manager or from your work, have you heard any information or any meeting from your manager? Do something with AI. Can I get anyone from? Have you faced this situation like past 6 months from your
Yes.
immediate manager? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Yes, that is there. So now people are saying that in some projects you need to use 100% Gen AI AI generated code. It's
Yeah.
non-negotiable. So
Uh,
no
So
manual programming.
yeah. Yes, Surendranath. So apart from like not doing the coding work, managers and the clients are started pushing us to identify the use case and do that use case to one runnable projects using AI. So this kind of requirement got already coming from clients to companies. So from startup to enterprises, every companies are telling like do something with AI. Just try to resolve existing problem using AI. So the client expectations also is similar because that derives the faster solutions more than the existing system that has given the benefit, right? So previously we would have heard like generative is a buzzword, but so after that power of generative AI, like every corporates and industry started seeing it, that is not actual the real one. We are going to see a lot of things in the upcoming days. Okay, so before going to that one, can I know what is the difference between generative AI and agentic AI? Hope you have heard in from social media or in your companies or whatever it is. Can I know? Can I get any response from you people? So any idea between the difference of generative AI and agentic AI?
I'm not exactly sure, but generative AI is actually like, chart interface where you ask some question, it will generate an answer for you. But
Mm.
agentic AI is, does a task for you. It does a job for you. Define a job, so it will do a job for you.
Yeah, exactly, Surendranath. Yeah. So we'll explain a few use case, like what the use case has done at using agentic AI. We will come to know. So let's take one company is using AI for doing the coding, and another company is not using the AI for doing the coding, or another doctor is simply writing the prescription only in pen and paper, right? So, like, do you think like that will work for them if one is going in the house and one is going like coming in the cycle? You know, then whoever comes in the cycle, they will lose the business, right? So due to that, that competitive pressure has happened between the organization. So that is the reason like every client and every corporates have started using AI, right? So one of the real evaluation before I go to the actual flow, one of the example, I wanted to just I just wanted to explain the revolution happened from the AI. Like, so previously, initially it was traditional AI, which was rule-based automation. So if else logic will be there. If human types yes, then it will go for some of the execution. Then predictive AI comes. That means that sales forecasting and stock market forecasting. Based on the previous sales, it will forecast what kind of sales is going to happen in next month. So that has come in the predictive AI, right? Then next thing like deep learning has come, which is an image recognition and speech AI. Like you would have used Google Photos. So if you can I know like any one of the important feature you are already impressed with Google Photos?
When I take a snapshot of an image, say an item or a dress or
Sorry,
something.
your voice is lower.
Oh, is it better now?
Yeah, it is better.
Okay. So when I take a snippet of an item which I'm looking for,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't have any idea of where I'll get it or what would be the price. But say I watch something on the TV, I like the item, I just take a snippet of it, and when I load it in the Google Images, it gives me a lot of details, like say where I can get it, what is the price, and all these. I'm really amazed with that.
Yeah. So yes, Uma, exactly. So that is where that the deep learning model was there. So using deep learning models, advanced neural network, architectures and model they have, but inside deep learning. So they started seeing the recognition of the image and speech, right? So after that, I still remember like Sundar Pichai has explained like how Google Photos is going to work, like few years back. So that and all happened using deep learning models, right? So generative AI is kind of a, however, generative AI model is a LLM models that is developed on top of by using the deep learning and NLP and some of the transformer-based architecture. Then generative AI has got evolved with LLMs. Yeah, yes, Uma, do you have any questions?
Sorry to interrupt, but I mean, like, what is meant by an LLM?
Okay. LLM is kind of a large language model, Uma. So when you type any query in the chat GPT, right? Uh, who is giving the answer for you based on your question, which is LLM. That LLM is kind of one kind of a machine learning model that is trained on the data which are available in the public domains.
So is it
So
like a programming language
yeah,
that you
correct.
call as LLM?
It's a
And
kind of a programming machine learning library.
because I'm coming back after 10 years into
Yeah.
IT, so I'm trying to
Okay.
imagine like say C, C++, Java, Python, SQL. So this is something a language like that, or it's something like where you get all the data, you load it in one place, and it just goes and fetches and brings the data
No,
when we question it.
it's not like that. It's not like that. What I can tell you is, so it's a kind of a robot person who is sitting inside the computer. Okay. So we have given all the data which are available in our, in our web. So that person started reading all the data, and that person has remembered that pattern of a data that is available in the web over all the web. But that person is not having a actual data. That person has already read it. That person has remembered the pattern of a data. So it's a kind of a machine learning model that sits on the server, but that does not has the backend, which means that information is not stored in the database. Okay, that person remembers the data patterns. Like let's take paracetamol. What is the usage of paracetamol? That person has already remembered that paracetamol is used for cure the fever. So instantly that person will tell paracetamol is one kind of a tablet, and it is used for curing the fever. And one of the famous paracetamol is Dolo 650. So it's a kind of a machine learning model which sits on the cloud, and it gives the response for us. There is no backend like database or the file system out there. No. So hope you have got it. The final thing will let you know now, like
Okay.
yeah. So that agentic AI is next evaluation from generative AI, and AGI is a future goal. We are going to see like, so we'll explain like what is agentic AI in the next slide, and the AGI is also will explain you like from the next slide. So from assisting to, we have started generating the content, and using in agentic AI, using the generated content, our system is going to act it. Right? Fine. Next thing is we will see some interesting real-time use case, everyone. So previously, if you see before Gen AI, if anyone has the written the product from Amazon or Flipkart, here is some kind of refund flow that has happened. Once we submit the refund ticket, uh, returning the product, previously what we have to do, we need to email or we need to raise it in an app, and that support agent reads our request. Then they will create a ticket in their system. Then someone will be there to verify based on the order ID. They will verify like what product they have ordered. Then they will check whether that eligible for a refund, and some of the supervisor approval also will be needed to process the refund. Then financial team process the refund. Then it will send a confirmation email to customer. Finally, it will do the logging for the later reference purpose. Now, if you see this entire refund flow, like how many teams are involved here? One of the support team, like from this to manual ticket creation. One of the actual backend team who pulls the order detail and verify the eligibility, and finance team. There are minimum three teams are involved here. So minimum 3 to 5 people involvement will be there. And to complete the refund process for that particular returned item, it takes 2 to 3 days, right? Now, after Gen AI and agentic AI, once we place the customer ticket, what that agentic AI system will do, right? It will take the data from order database automatically based on the order ID that was given, and it will AI itself will verify the eligibility based on because they have certain procedures, right? So the product should have returned within 10 days or 5 days, and the product should not be damaged. So those policies and all will be verified by AI in the third step. And fourth step, if all the policies that is applied for that product are aligned with that this particular customer ticket, AI itself will approve it, and it updates the CRM system, and it sends an email, and it processes the refund. When human will be needed for this use case, right? In generative and agentic AI system, whenever the amount, refund amount exceeds more than 50,000 or 60,000, which is a normal thing, sorry, which is not a normal thing, that time only that human only intervention will be there. They will manually see and they will auto approve the refund. So previously, 3 to 5 days, 3 to 5 people have worked for refund flow. Nowadays, it is 3 to 5 minutes to give the refund. Okay. So that is the power of using Gen AI and agentic AI in the refund system. It's a kind of one of the software flow they have developed already. They started using generative AI and agentic AI in their existing system. They are able to achieve that 3 to 5 days refund to 3 to 5 minutes refund. Okay. So any do you have any questions here? Anyone from any questions? Okay, fine. We'll go to the actual impact of Gen AI in corporates. This has really happened. Just I have taken it reference for you. See, previously, whenever that cloud era, can anyone tell me like what is cloud computing era or cloud computing revolution? Can anyone please tell me?
I'm not sure if I'm right, but maybe cloud is something where every data is stored. I mean, like
Mm,
instead of taking up a physical space or like a RAM or GP, it's
yeah,
something in the air. And so whenever we need data, we fetch it from there. So it was like a first step when we advanced from the hard disks and all that.
yeah, right. Yeah, thank you, Ma. So any other points, please? So
Uh,
anyone?
Your
Yeah,
physical system doesn't reside on your premises. It will be available somewhere, and it
yeah,
has a big system, and that can be shared actually based on the need actually. So you can expand or you can decrease the size, and then yeah. So on multiple, it can be shared with multiple people, multiple companies.
yeah,
Same physical hardware.
exactly. Yeah. Yes, Surendranath. Yeah, it's a wonderful information. Yeah, exactly. So let me explain this one. So the cloud computing means before let's take one of the small application, Gmail or the Outlook or Google Photos or Google. So each and every one is an application, right? So if any company has developed an application, they have to host it in the web. To host it in the web, they need a infra actually. So they will go and purchase the data, purchase a servers from the data center. Previously, no, when I started my career, we started purchasing the servers from data center with a less amount of hardware configuration. We started paying, almost 25 to 30,000, 15 years back when I started my career. But nowadays, no, to host an application to get the revenue from that application, whether we get a revenue or not getting a revenue, or whether that application is getting used by someone or it is not getting used by someone, we have to pay that initial amount, which is 30,000 per month. You know, but nowadays it is not. We can host an application with a zero cost whenever application is running based on that running time or the usage time, we can pay it. So that kind of biggest challenge that the cloud has provided to each and every companies or the corporates. That is the reason, like, no, cloud computing revolution happened between 2010 to 2018. So due to that, data center expensive was there. It is not now. Now we use pay as you go model, and in each and every company, you would have heard like cloud team, DevOps team, and people will be there. So the similar wise, if you see generative AI, each and every company has started the division and they started hiring the people who knows the AI, like especially in generative AI and agentic AI. And in some roles demands the core level of machine learning. So this has actually happened in last 2 to 3 years. So Deloitte has created AI and data practice. So can anyone tell me like what is vertical? If you uh, if you have an idea, so there will be a vertical unit, kind of a term you'd have heard in your companies, corporates.
Yeah, like a banking vertical, healthcare vertical, like that. The and high tech vertical, manufacturing vertical, and now
Yeah.
maybe AI vertical, correct? So the
Yeah.
horizontal means whatever you do programming across all the verticals. Okay, you do testing across all the verticals. That's a
Yeah.
horizontal, correct? So yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Surendra. Exactly. Got the point, Surendra. Surendra. So the same way, they are taking bunch of people and they have created a vertical called Deloitte has created a vertical called AI and data practice. They would have hired 500 or 1,000 members, and Deloitte has multiple clients. They deploy those people across multiple clients because the generative AI has come and the people started seeing the benefit of it, and the Delight has to provide the value added services. They have to provide the solution using AI. So they have started a new vertical called AI in data practice. They have started hiring the people under that AI in data practice. And similarly for Capgemini, they have created a vertical called AI engineering, and Infosys Topaz and TCS AI Cloud Unit and HDFC AI strategy and LTM entry AI focus. So if you go and see every companies, you can find one vertical unit called AI and data or AI strategy. Okay. Previously it was not there. Okay. So next thing is let me read through some interesting story that has happened last year in LTI Mindtree. Okay. So the LTI Mindtree has developed 1,500 AI-powered digital employees, which means what they do. you know. So before we log in into our computer provided by our companies or the corporate, what we do, we log in using our username and password, or we log in using our image by opening up the camera, which is onboarded by companies. That we are doing the uh, identification to use the system. The similar way, LTI Mindtree has created 1,500 digital employees. Those employees are hosted in the computer. That digital identification has given, like that employee number has given to that each and every digital employees. So those employees are trained on some of the finance automation. They are keep on waking up for 24/7. If any finance inquiry comes for LTI Mindtree, that finance digital employee will look on the data that is submitted by the customer for the loan approval and everything for day from 24/7, and they do those digital powered employees do the work. You know? So these kind of, now if you see that you would have heard a few people, few companies like Cloud and Microsoft GitHub Copilot, right? So they will be developing these kind of digital employees, and they will be renting out to that TCS or Infosys. This is going to be happen in few days. That means in next year maybe, because LTI Mindtree has developed the digital employees for their own purpose, but some of the mainstream company will be there like Google, Microsoft, and Cloud and all. They will know, they will develop the digital employees. They are particularly trained on particular skill, and they will sell that digital employee to that particular companies. So who has developed that digital employee? That AML engineers, data scientists, prompt engineers, and AI architect and GenAI developer. This gang of people has created this digital employees. So this is one of the interesting story I have seen, that real impact that GenAI has made it in the industry. So to here is a exact learning roadmap that we have it to attain uh, to any of you to be there in this section, right? So we have the 90 days roadmap, which comes with a machine, because if we go and learn generative AI directly, no, uh, then we will not know what is the foundation and how that generative AI is working. And if you go and see, uh, now we are typing the question in ChatGPT, right? We are blindly typing like how we interact with a human, and it gives the answers. It is not no, it is not kind of not responding. It is giving an answer. Like if you know how LLM works, how AML foundations are working, you will be able to um, type your query like how machine can give the better answer compared than the normal person, right? So that is the reason before we directly go for Gen AI and other stuffs. So better always nice to have a foundation. So without foundation, we will not get the strong knowledge always, right? So that is the reason foundation like AML foundation for Python AI data handling and then maybe basics for first month. And for second month, deep learning for like image recognition and which Google Photos does. Then the Gen AI core, like what ChatGPT is doing, and AI agent and deployment, like what that refund flow that we have discussed few minutes back to automate it. So that and all happens. That and all will be there in month 3. So this is the learning map we have it for you. And with that, um, yeah. Any questions, anyone from this discussion? So you can feel free to discuss because we are all.
How's help for the system engineer? Well, we are using, if you have any IT technical issues, we are using normally premium ChatGPT and cloud AI tool. This help to me in my duty responsibility in work. And yes, apart from that, you explained something non-IT people. It will be help to this seminar, I think.
Yeah. So, can I know like what kind of system engineers mean? What kind of work you do?
For example, the day to day we are receiving this many more ticket, no. So one ticket I cannot understand what customer expectation or customer how can I resolve the problem. For example, with this 6Y, I don't know how to resolve the problem. So I need a solution. So usually I will ask the question to the ChatGPT and Cloud and Gemini. There are more than 2-3 platform. Each and every platform giving the answer different one, different solution. So very difficult to understanding the exact solution. So yesterday I went to the cloud AI tool. This will be help to me for the fixing the problems. Recently I used ChatGPT. ChatGPT giving me some solution, but Gemini also giving me another solution. But very difficult to understanding that how to solve the problems.
Okay. So you work on the customer support point, right? Asik, if I
Yeah,
understand it.
maybe. But you explained in your role, it will be help to software programmer, web developer, coding level. It will be help in your webinar, in your explanation. So, as I infrastructure engineers, I am looking for the system technical solution like that. Have any ideas for which kind of a tool I need to explore them?
Okay. So can I get few more information like system level information means can I know few more detail can you like
Like
yeah.
for example. Uh, WatchGuard firewall issue. Customers complain that firewall is not working, VPN is not working. For example, someone who uh, Office 365 email is not working. So in the situation, I don't know the solution. Basically, I'm I know a
Okay.
basic solution, but in this situation, I need to know. I want to get a step-by-step steps from ChatGPT or cloud or somewhere. So recently, I faced the issue. ChatGPT giving the solution and Copilot giving the solution different. But Copilot answers very good. Sometime I can confirm that it will be working. But the ChatGPT confirm not success actually. The situation very difficult to understand. But both are premium package.
Okay. Fine, Asik, I got your point. Like, so then you basically need to troubleshoot that end user machine. Some of the cases. In some of the cases, you need to validate the network logs and find it out, right? So that is a kind of high level I can understand. So yeah, if you have seen that recent agentic AI solutions, like products from Cloud Code or the GitHub Copilot, that resolves your problem. If you go to if you search GitHub Copilot as it, right, that has the control to see the user machine, and that reads the let's say email is not working in user machine. So when user is trying to user is trying to open an email, that user knows, like user screen, there will be error message. Email is not opening, let's say. But if we have GitHub Copilot kind of a tool that is agentic AI related tool, uh, it can be used in software development as well. But that has the control to access the end user machine logs. However, that logs will be there if email is not opening means that logs will be there in user machine, or that logs will be there in your firewall. So you need to give authentication to that GitHub Copilot or Cloud Code using your credential, and you can ask that tool to validate what could be an issue. It directly search the logs in your network firewall. It directly search the logs in the user machine, and it tries to identify with the help of LLM calls and what could be the problem, and it will also will be able to resolve an issue if it is possible. Have
Okay,
you?
understood. Which tool
Yeah,
prefer to from
yeah.
my
You
environment?
can search with Claude Cowork, first one, and second one is GitHub Copilot, second one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So any other questions from anyone?
May I know your name?
Muthu, this is Manigandan.
Manigandan.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, I have a clarification regarding the course perspective.
Okay.
So, for say, for example, there are many people coming from the various technologies domains. Like
Yeah.
one person A coming knows, I mean, development person B knows some data engineers, those kind of works. So
Yeah.
if all those peoples, how this AI can help, and how you are explaining this AI with different kind of people, people with having different technologies.
Okay. So if I understand it correctly, like how this this course will be able to help IT and non-IT people. That is what you are questioning, Muthu.
Yes, I have that question as well. But how you
Ah,
are explaining the things with the people coming from the IT and non-IT
okay.
with
No, can I get your question a little bit with a more information, please?
no, say for example, I have a knowledge on that development area.
Okay.
So another guy has knowledge on the data engineering related things.
Yeah.
The another third person has a knowledge on the they don't know the software knowledge. They have a non-IT guy.
Yeah.
So how you are managing and explaining the AI, this agentic AI, authentic AI course with the three different people with
Okay. Yeah. So that is a kind of quite challenging. We face it in each and every batch, Muthu. If people already has the development background, you know, uh, it is it is easy for them to handle it. Only the programming part. Okay. But remaining part like understanding the machine learning model works and how deep learning works and how LLM works. These and all kind of a generic one across whether you are from IT or you are from non-IT or you are from other domain. This concept is similar for everyone. But where that IT people will be more comfortable, like, by writing a code. Since it is an AI, like, computer integrated, system integrated domain, that non-IT people and the new person to this AI will be there, will be having a difficulty to understand the program and typing the coding and all. So, well, for that reason only, we are starting from the scratch for Python, and we are giving the exercise for the Python fundamentals, so they get familiar with that. And for those people, we will extend the class for each session, like at the end of the class, like 10 to 15 minutes, because some people has the knowledge to troubleshoot the issue on their own. Some people they are still learning. So as a mentor, like no, I'll be there after that session, and I'll be clarifying that doubt. And if they need further information apart from the class, they will reach out to me through WhatsApp. Whenever I'm available, I will guide them. So this is how, like, no, we are, I'm bringing non-IT people and new persons to come to that particular speed. Okay.
okay, man.
Yeah, like thank you, Muthu. Anyone has any questions? I saw someone has raised a hand.
Yeah, Manikanda, I raised a hand. Actually,
Yeah.
I thought of clarifying his question, but I think you understand his question. So basically, he's asking if people are from diverse backgrounds, then how does your course material, or the course content caters to everyone, correct? But later, I understand that the title itself is AI for all, correct? So
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Okay. Yes, Surendra. Thank you. Yeah. So if you people don't have any questions, yeah, thank you everyone for your great time for this past 1 hour. So have a great night and good night, everyone.